You know, right now the lake is fallen, and that really helps congregate the bass. And then you have weather too. You know, typically you get good stable conditions, high bright skies, and it'll really put the bass on the targets. They're going to be close to the grass clumps and stumps and things. But today we've got clouds. You know, we haven't had rain for 3 months, and today we're going to get a little bit of rain. That should really turn the bite on, but it changes things. You know, you gotta adapt all the time to the weather conditions, and you gotta look at the water clarity and the way, you know, if the lake's rising or falling. And when it's falling like this, it really concentrates the fish. Good one too. Golly. You know, anytime you're out here fishing in the fall of the year like this, and especially they're drawing the lake down, shad are the key thing. So everything you can see, I got all my lures laid out. I've got all shad imitating baits. You know, buzzbait's one of my favorites in the fall, but right now with the lake falling like this, the fish are pulling the outside, there's a little bit of grass. You know, spinner baits, crank baits, you know, buzz baits, topwaters, things like that, but all shad patterns this time of year. I got a shad colored buzz bait, I got crank bait, soft plastic jerk baits, lipless crankbaits, spinner baits, everything shad oriented. Here on the Tennessee River, there's tons of shad, and the fish are really going after them. They're getting ready for winter, so anything that I'm going to throw is going to imitate a shad. Boy, it's a perfect morning. You can see it's real cloudy. It's, you know, a lot of rain and storms are supposed to be coming at us. You can see the pate fish out here on the top. There's good current. I mean, it's everything that I thought. You know, the lake is dropping right now. There's not a lot of cover. This grass out here, they should be all along this edge. I haven't seen anything busting yet, but you really want to keep your eye out for birds and find that bait like this, and you find current, and there's going to be fish somewhere along the edge of this grass. You just got to cover enough water and get where they're at. Good one too. Oh man, he smoked it. I saw the bait there. That's why you throw a buzz bait right there. Catch those good ones like that. You know, it's calm right now. It's a perfect time for it. You can reel it a little faster like that. That's a good one right there. Let's get back out there. A lot of times there's more. The water's only a foot deep right there. And it's real clear, so you want to make it move quick enough so they can't tell exactly what it is. Come on. That scattered grass is awesome. Well, when you got conditions like this with the clouds and the wind, it's perfect for, you know, a bait like a buzz bait like that. You know, there's a lot of shad flipping in here. I'm just really looking for the fish right now. You know, it's the fall of the year, and one of the most critical things that I want to do when I come to a lake any time of the year is I want to call the dam and find out the generation schedule and see if they're pulling water. You know, typically I'm going to follow the shad. I'm going to move to the back of the creeks. That's where the bass are starting to follow that bait fish. But right now, because the lake's dropping, the fish are out on these main lake flats. They're out there because the water's moving, there's current there, there's going to be shad on these edges, so I'm looking for these outside weed lines that are close to the river channel, and hopefully that's where the fish are going to be. Because of that current, it's going to change things up. You know, I love fishing when it's raining like this, but when you see lightning like that, it's time to go. It's just not worth it. Being out here in the open, especially on a big lake like this, that lightning can be a long ways away and it can come out of the cloud and get you, so you don't even want to mess with it. We're going to hit it.